Hey, welcome back to the most overlooked albums. Today we're going to take a look at an album by Bill Nelson. Bill Nelson was the guitar player for Bebop Deluxe in the 70s. Had a great solo career. This album's from 1986, and in 1986, Bill Nelson also played guitar on David Sylvian's Gone to Earth album, an album that I've already done on this show, which I absolutely love. And this album by him called Getting the Holy Ghost Across. Now, this album was released in the US under the name On a Blue Wing for whatever, some religious reasons. I don't know. If you find a CD of this album, you will see it has a total of 18 songs. Songs 11 through 17 are an EP called Living in the Spangled Moment, which was added onto the CD version. And then song 18 is the B-side to Wildest Dreams. I am merely going to be discussing songs 1 through 10, which was the actual release of the album at the time the album was released. Let's take a look at the songs. Song 1, I'm not even sure if I even know how to pronounce. I would pronounce it Suvasini. Suvasini. I have no idea. It's basically the introduction to the song Contemplation. Having the cassette of this album when I was younger, I never even knew they were two different songs. But song 1 is the intro build-up to the song Contemplation. Contemplation is song 2 on this album, and it is really nice. A great song, basically a simple 1-4 progression that just sets the vibe for this album. I really love it. Song 3 is a song called Theology. This song has a really nice groove. It's melodic, more changes to this one, keeping in the same vibe of the record so far, but just really great. It's wonderful stuff. Song 4 is a song called Wildest Dreams. Wildest Dreams was covered by Taylor Swift, and... Oh, it's not that Wildest Dreams? Wildest Dreams is basically like an 80s pop song. It has that 80s MTV sound with that Bill Nelson-esque feel to it, where it's not overly bubblegum pop, but it's definitely poppier than the last two, or more accessible, I should say. The next two songs for me are like a 1-2 punch. They're my two favorite songs on the album, and I believe they're really strong. This kind of reminds me a little bit of Ultravox, Midge type stuff, but it's really great. Song 5 is a song called Lost in Your Mystery, and it's probably, if not, my favorite song on the record. It's got all the goodness. Song 6 is a song called Rise Like a Fountain, and it also is another great song. Pop goodness, 80s sounding, but still has this vibe, this collective vibe of this album that I think is just great. Song 7 is a song called Age of Reason. This is really the last song on the album that has the vibe of the first 7. Again, reminds me a little bit of Ultravox, reminds me a little bit of Heaven 17, but it is 80s goodness, these songs. Song 8 is a song called The Hidden Flame. This song kind of reminds me of a little bit of Bowie. There's kind of that MTV Bowie sound going on in this, which is a immediate departure from the first 7 songs that have this real vibe, collective, woven vibe. This is the first step away. It's a great song, and I think you'll dig it. Song 9, Because of You, really now showcases a lot of what 80s pop was doing at that time, and we get to hear Bill Nelson's great guitar playing. So there's that. It's a fun song. It's not, when I say pop, it's not like as syrupy as the formulaic radio stuff, but it is still very good and very accessible. That takes us to song 10, which is just a minute long, a song called Pansophia. This song is an instrumental, has somewhat of an Asian, Eastern feel. Really nice stuff. Bill Nelson is definitely one of those players where people don't know who he is. He's great. Bebop Deluxe was great. This album's great. This was definitely my favorite of his solo albums. If you do get the chance to pick up the full CD, you will have the other EP along with it, the Living in the Spangled Moment, which has great songs. Overall, I think it's a must-own album, something you need to listen to. I will find as many links as I can for it because it's too hard to find on Spotify. They won't have it. And I'll see you next week. Very good.